Okay, hey everybody. I'm so excited to be doing this Zoom. It is going to be amazing. I'm going to be interviewing Sara a little bit on how she enrolled so many loyal customers last month. She just went diamond, and she's going double diamond this month, and she's been enrolling a ton of loyal customers. So get your notepads out. I know so many people on here are like dying to know how people are sending this many customers in a month and how it's actually really simple. And I want to go ahead and, Sara, I'm going to meet you really quick. Tell us a little bit about like how exactly, like what switched in your mind to get you to go diamond? I know you've been set up for a little bit, and then like last month you're like, all right, I'm going for it. What switched in your mind to make that happen?
I don't even know. I was just so sick and tired of seeing just like those minimum numbers on my commissions check. Like they were good, I liked them, but I wanted to see more commas. And I had spent like a solid 6 months training my team so hardcore that it was time for everyone to just let loose and get on board. And we all just as a team got together and we just made a game plan and we went with it. I mean, most of my team has not even been in the business 6 months yet. So for us to be a diamond team is a big deal in itself because we have so many new people. A lot of them are on here right now. But I also wanted to show them that if you have the determination to get something done, you get it done. Like, I don't care if someone's going to quit on me, I don't let it affect me. I told every single person on my team that when I first went Ruby, we had to have the 5 people, the 1 executive plus the 2 400 lights, and every single one of my people quit on me the month I went Ruby. And I filled every bit of volume by myself and still maintained it. So that's why I always tell them, if you have someone tell you they're not going to stay, just, okay, move on. Who cares? Because if you're going to put so much time and effort into people who quit, you're going to forget what your biggest goal is. Because the first DT I signed in this company already quit. The second DT, they quit too. The third, fourth, fifth, and sixth, they quit too. So if I would just focus on all the people that quit, then I'd never get anywhere. I'd still be stuck at Ruby. So you can't I don't even care anymore. If you're not going to answer, I give you 3 chances. If I message you 3 times and you do not answer me and you leave me on red, then I'm done. I don't reach out anymore. I'm done. I'm not going to waste my time on DTs that don't want to work. I can't do the work for you. I'm one person and I'm helping 40 people on my downline become what they want to become. And if you're not going to give me the time of day, then I'm not wasting another minute of mine. So show up or don't show up, but it's not going to affect me either way.
I love that so much. And I think a lot of people here can relate. We all sign people up and then they get lazy and then they just they realize you have to work to make money and then they just decide that they're not going to do it, or some people get impatient with it. So I think that is so crucial, how you remained patient and then you built a strong team and you executed the plan. So that is amazing. So tell us, I know you've been doing a little bit of are you just mainly doing host to post, or do you have something else, or what exactly are you doing?
Okay, so I'm just going to be really honest. I started following you really, really hardcore. I started looking at your profile, what you were doing, and I noticed that you only post about a product maybe once a week, if that. So I stopped product posts completely. I post about a product 1 to 3 times a week max. That is a maximum. I will only ask for people to do the challenge or sign up with me once every 2 weeks. Everything else is just me talking about it. I'll have a picture of me holding Thermophyte X, but I won't ask people to join. I'll just give information on it, and then the people kind of flood to me a little bit. I've also told my team, and I've seen it help them a lot, focus on 1 to 3 products per month. Don't post a new product every month because you're going to confuse people. One day it's hair, skin, and nails. The next day it's face cleanser. One day it's 2-day cleanse. The next day it's coffee. You just confuse people when you're putting too much out there. So I focus only on Thermophyte X, coffee, and greens. Those are the only 3 products I will ever post about. I will throw in a cleanse literally maybe twice a month, but I let the host to post do the work for me. I don't post about the cleanse anymore. I noticed that for me, I don't do good with hair, skin, and nails, so I don't post about that very often. It's coffee. I make coffee and greens a duo. I don't tell you you can get the coffee, but you can't get the greens. You have to get both. That's not an option. And I also tell them that they want the full supply, they have to buy the 2 bags, plus they have to buy the green. So that turns into a 90 BD order right there instead of a 30. So like I just tell people to get the full month supply because you're not going to get the results, which is a 15-day supply. So I always get them to do that. But I've found that focusing on just one product or 1 to 3 products a month has done so great for me. And I've noticed that I've been telling some of my new people to do the same, and they're selling the same product over and over again. But because they're so consistent with the same product, it's making it so easy for them to sell that one thing. And they're becoming so good with understanding how that product works. Like I can just tell you right now, the coffee, the greens, and the cleanse are probably, and the Thermophyte X now are probably the most popular products that all of us sell. So you have to really be like an expert on the products that you're going to sell. If you don't know what you're talking about, then people are they can read right through you. Because I mean, I can talk to someone who doesn't know what they're talking about, and I'm like, you have no idea what you're talking about, so goodbye. So you have to know what you're talking about. You have to be confident. Don't be scared to upsell either. I always tell people when they buy the cleanse to buy the fat fighters because it helps you maintain the weight the rest of the month. So I always throw in that. But for some reason, I must live in an area that I just deal with a lot of people who don't make money because I cannot get a lot of people to do more than one product. But I always tell my team, if we're doing just talking cleanse, 36 volume is better than 0. So get what you can get and move, and just keep trying for more, but don't sweat it if you only get a 1 order a day at 36 BV. Who cares? At least you got something. Because if you don't get anything, then you're not going to go anywhere. So you at least have to start somewhere. So I try to encourage my girls and my guys, I have a couple guys, that as long as you get orders, that is a momentum builder in itself. So I know we want these 60 BVs, 90, 120. Like I know we want them, but just remember that any number greater than 0 get you closer to your promotion. If you get 0, then you have nothing. So I will take a 36 BV order, but I also jump up and down when I get a 60, 90, 120. But I don't let it affect me. So if I know, okay, I need 100 volume today and I only sell 1 cleanse, all right, well, I'm going to have the mentality now, I need to sell 3 more. It's not an option to not sell anything less. Or I can try to push for a bigger order, obviously, but I already walk into the mentality every day I need 4 cleanse orders. If I get something different, then that's just a plus. But I walk in knowing this is what I need, not what I want.
You're doing cleanse host to post?
Cleanse and Thermophyte X only. I know a lot of the people on my team, a lot of them do coffee. I just don't get results with it, so I just stopped doing it. I don't get results, and that's okay. Like, everything works differently for everybody. So if coffee works for you, then keep going with it. But I just seem to get so much for cleanse and Thermophyte X, and I also think that you need to be relatable. Coffee is very hit or miss. It's very black and white. Either you like it or you don't. There's not people out there that just drink coffee sometimes. Either you love coffee or you hate coffee. I feel like the cleanse and Thermophyte X is just so much more relatable than the coffee. So that's why I can sell it so much better. And I know the product like the back of my hand. Like it's so easy for me to talk to someone about the cleanse and the Thermophyte X. And I have so much of it in my apartment. So I can always take pictures with it. It's just so much easier it's easy to talk about something that you know so much about. So that's what I just work with.
Yeah. Okay. So let's recap this. Okay. So some few like major points that I noticed. Okay. So yes, the whole thing with that, like doing that drip, like marketing on your Instagram, your stories, like getting people to pay attention to you. And then you just, boom, you get them with the execution of like, look at this. This is amazing. You want it. And they're all like, oh my God, what is that? I want that. And like, they need information on it. That works. It's golden. It's golden for distributors. It's golden for customers. I absolutely love doing it. I'm glad you implemented that because once you master that, it literally is, it's just perfection. It makes your business so much easier. Then you said, okay, so you're doing a lot of posting with the product, the same product. So picking 3, I think that's genius. And that's why like using a pack with like the 3 main products, that's amazing because then you do learn the product, you learn the ingredients, you learn how it works and how to use it. That's important. And then it shows people that you're doing a system. People like systems. They want to see like how simple is it to use the product? Is it, because sometimes whenever people are trying to lose weight, they get discouraged because you got to do, steps 1 through 15 and everybody, knows once you add all those things in there, people just give up because it's too hard. So showing like, if you're doing, the coffee, the Thermophyte X with the greens, then you take coffee and greens in the morning, you take TFX, in the morning after that, and then you take it with lunch and then dinner, whatever works for you. And then you're done. Like that's all you do. So picking your products, using the same products over and over and over and over, and dripping on Instagram, and then executing with like a poll, talking about the product that day, giving info on it is amazing. And then also doing a host post that works for you. I think this is crucial because Sarah's doing cleanse, okay, killing it with cleanse. We got Stasia killing it with TFX, killing it with coffee. You know, it really depends on you. And I feel like it's just whatever you love it like radiates. Like, don't you think so, Sarah? Like, it just,
yeah.
People just see it.
I don't even make polls anymore. I post a picture of taking my Thermifite X, which is clinically proven to lose an average of 31 pounds. I have people flooding my inbox just because I wrote the clinically proven. I'm not even asking people to vote on a poll anymore. They just come to me now. Yep. They see my post. And that's the other thing is I don't post on my news feed anymore on Instagram. I post on my story. I make sure to throw in a post like 3 or 4 times a week. And so, usually I'll make one really good post about the business because like I want people to see that I am posting about the business, so it's not just my stories. But most of the time I'm just trying to do like something stupid like, oh, me and Dan went out to dinner Thursday night. Okay, well it's Saturday. Well, I'll use a picture and say we went out tonight. No one has to know that we were out Thursday night. Like, who's gonna know? So I mean I just like I save pictures and I also take pictures. I do something that Katie always talked about is a photo shoot. Do your hair, do your makeup, and then put on like 5 different outfits and just take millions of pictures, and then you have pictures like for a week straight. You don't have to worry about taking any pictures because there's days where I'm just like, I'm not taking my picture today because I don't look good and I don't feel good and I'm not in the mood. But when I see myself having a good picture day, I go for it. And like, I take really big advantage of that. And the other thing I really want to point out to you guys is I get a lot from my DTs that they sign DTs that say, oh, well, my baby was sick or I had school. Okay, I'm going to just be really straight up with you guys. You all see my post. You all see what I post about all day long. I post so much lifestyle, not much business and product. And I'm the one who found my grandpa the way he was. I found him dead in his bed. And let me tell you, that was very traumatizing. But I took the day off that I found him was the only time I took off. The next day, I got back on and I signed a customer the next day. I signed 2 more the next day. I signed 1 at the viewing, 1 at the funeral. I did not stop. Because if I would have stopped, not only would have he been pissed at me for giving up, but I would have been pissed that it's the end of the month. I'm only 10 orders away from a $10,000 bonus, and I'm going to let that affect my entire life now. I'm going to like take one day and make it affect the future. Like, yes, it was a really hard day for me when I found out my grandpa died, and I was distraught. I was so upset and I was heartbroken, but I knew also that I had to get back up. I got to get back on my 2 feet. Taking one day was okay because I think that is important for everyone. But I think like after it happens, you can't just go on the next day. Oh, well, I'm still tired from yesterday. Oh, well, I didn't sleep good. I don't want to hear your excuse. Like I can't deal with excuses because that was the perfect excuse for me to just say, I'm done. I need to take a month to myself. I need to like just decompress. But instead I got back up and I did it. I got back up and on March 1st, I got back up and it's the 15th and I've signed 25 customers this month already in 15 days. So I'm not like stopping. Like I don't let life get like, before I would let life get in the way, but now I know that like I have my business and I can work it from wherever I am. Like, I mean, I signed a customer at a funeral. How morbid does that sound? But like, you know, like, but you got to do what you got to do. Like on the 20th, do you know how many people say, I'm going to be done on the 25th and then I'm going to relax the rest of the month and not worry? I was done on the 25th. The morning of the 25th, I had my $10,000 bonus locked, but I still kept going. I set myself up the last 3 days of the month for March to go for double diamond. And now I'm halfway through the month and I'm exactly 100 cleanse orders away. And that's not between just me getting 100 cleanse orders. That's me and my whole team. We are 100 cleanse orders away from getting double diamond. Like that is a huge deal when your leader, like we all look at Katie and we're like, oh my gosh, she's about to be ambassador. Like how lucky are we to have Katie as our role model? Well, that's like, you need to think of like, she's a role model for our entire team. But how about you look at your individual teams? You want them to look up to you. And when my grandpa went down and I got back up, they all looked at me like, wow, she's so strong. Like if she can do it in those circumstances, then we can do it when we have a sniffle, because it shouldn't stop you at all. No matter, like, I get it. Life does throw some really hard curveballs at us, but if we just threw in the towel, then how far is that going to get us anywhere? So I think like that's something that I feel like people need to understand, that stop making the excuses are nothing to me. I don't take excuses. I don't have time for them. If you're going to make excuses with me, I'm just going to like kind of write you out, because I have no time for people who have and that to me is lame excuses. Oh, well, my kid's sick. Okay, give your kid Advil, put them down for a nap. When they sleep for 2 hours, you have 2 hours now to send 10 messages out for host to post. I don't care if you can't send 100, send 10. It's better than sending 0. So, you know, you got to just keep going. And I mean, there were nights I was like so tired. Like I wanted to fall asleep, but I was like, no, I need to get these host to post out, and I'm going to get the last one, and then I'll go to bed. And let me tell you, it's a really good feeling when you know you hit your quota for the day. And I think I think everyone needs to make sure that they understand that, because you don't have a boss. You're your own boss. So you're going to depict what your paycheck is going to be every month. So if it's not what you like, if you didn't like it last month, then give it more effort this month.
Yeah. Okay. So this is so perfect. And I think this is like amazing to hear you say this, because you've grown so much over the past few months, and just seeing where like, okay, so every time you guys are, you know, tired, kids are sick, life is happening, like Sarah says, I swear, like there's never a time in life where everything is peachy for me. Like everything's going great, everything's fine, like every part of my life is just together. It's never like that. And so I could make a million excuses as to why I'm tired, I have this going on, I got that going on, I can't work today, right? We could all figure that out. But the reality of it is, I want you guys to think about this and ask yourself this, you know, how many times did you get on Facebook today? Or Instagram? How many times were you on there today? And how much time did you waste? Because if you have an iPhone, you can actually check how much time you've wasted on social media every single day. So not having time, that's a lie you're telling yourself, because you're literally checking it throughout the day. Now it's just the day and age we live in. You're checking it throughout the day, multiple times a day, and you're seeing like, hey, I spent 4 hours today and I haven't worked. That is because you got lost in the scroll. You're wasting time. Stop making excuses for yourself and go after it, because literally seeing Sarah go from ruby to diamond just like that, $10,000 and about to go double diamond and earn another bonus, that is absolutely insane. It's amazing. And so like it all just happens so quick. It's just that mindset like shift. And once it shifts, you're like in full throttle all the way up, and it's amazing. So Sarah, tell us how many host posts are you getting out a day? Like, are you just doing it till your inbox blows up? Or do you have like a set number or what?
Okay, so you guys are going to laugh, but literally 5. And
Really?
I'll tell you why. I'm going to tell you why. I post until I see one host to post get a ton of love. Once that host to post has like 20 comments on it, I stop the brakes, because I know that if I start getting overwhelmed, that I'll get crazy in my own head. So if I get a host to post that goes just completely off, then I just focus on those people, because I want to give people my undivided attention. I don't want to be messaging 50 people and one person feeling like, oh, well, she's just in this for the money. She doesn't really care if I lose weight or not. So my minimum is 5. If I get 10 up, I will. Like today, I have like probably 10 up today, because a lot of them aren't getting any love. So I'm like, I let them sit for an hour. Okay, you don't even have one comment. Okay, I need another one then. Obviously, you don't have any friends that want to try my cleanse, whatever. Okay, screw you. I'll just go to the next person, next person. But once I have a post that gets like 10, 20, 30, like I had a post just the other day that in 2 hours I had 45 comments on. Like it was overwhelming to have my inbox. Like every time I sat down, I would catch up to my messages, and then all of a sudden there'd be 8 unread. And it's just like I felt like I couldn't like keep up exactly, but that's what I do. I literally, once I see a post take off, I just stop, because I know my limit. Now I know you guys see Jamie on here. Jamie gets like 50 up a day. Okay. She's like a godsend, because I don't know how she manages 50 hosts of posts every day, but that's her work ethic. And I work my business the way that I can run my business, and Jamie runs her business the way she runs hers. Katie runs hers the way she runs hers. And I think that's what's important, is that we all have to run our business the way that makes us successful. And what I'm doing works for me, but what I'm doing doesn't mean it's going to work for you. Stacia, I saw your post. I literally took the one that's in the page, and every month I change the words. That's all I do, because every month I just change the post up a little bit. So that way it's not the same post for 6 months straight, because Facebook sucks with blocking stuff so often. So I just literally change my I just change the wording in my post once a month. The beginning of the month, I change it and I let it sit. Then the next one, the next one, the next one. I just keep changing it up. So that's all I'm doing for that.
Are you adding a picture? And
I am. Only for the cleanse though. Thermophyte X, I do not add a picture. I know some of the people on my team are sending a picture of the bottle with the post. And you know what? If that works for you, great. I'm happy for you. I do not send a picture with that. I think that post gives a ton of information on it. So I feel like a picture would be just too much more overwhelming for people. I just like to keep it, I'm quick and simple. I don't need all this crazy, extravagant craziness. I'm short and to the point. And that's what helps me go from A to B. So I do get a lot of people who say they're going to wait to order and stuff. I message them. If I don't hear from them within 48 hours, I'm back in their inbox. If I don't hear from them for a week, I'm back in their inbox again. I forget who it was. It was one of the big Zooms last week. I think it was the one that Kay did. Was Amanda? When she said, I will literally message them until they block me or they tell me I'm not interested, leave me alone. So I will keep messaging you. Until you tell me to leave you alone, I'm going to keep messaging you. You keep me on red, I will message you again. I'm going to keep going because I don't care if it takes 6 months because it took me a year to sign it. It took me a year to get one girl on my team to be a DT. It took me another year to get one person in LC. I just kept talking to them over and over and over again. So I just keep going with it. I'll go through my Instagram messages. I haven't talked to you in 4 weeks. You were interested in the cleanse like 6 months ago. I'm going to reach out to you. And now I have them hooked because now I'm still reaching out to them. And sometimes I feel like they just say yes to shut me up. But a sale's a sale at the end of the day. So do what you got to do.
I love that you just said it took you a year to get a DT. Oh my God, that is freaking nuts. Okay, so I think that's crucial too because guys, that is something, it's like everybody's pace is different. And like, it's so, and things are so different from like when I started, even when you started, Sarah, like it just, things change so much.
It's so different.
Yeah, and it's like things are just always constantly evolving, but as long as you're keeping up with it and you're going after it, like y'all, it's crazy. Like even, I know you guys know Brittany's story too, but like she didn't go Ruby for like 10 months. She went Ruby and Emerald in the same month. So that like being a slow starter is nothing to be ashamed about, but all you have to do is switch that mindset. And it's just that thing that switch, like I said, it takes that one little switch for you to get focused on why you want to make more money, why you want to change your life, and just go for it. So, okay, now somebody said, like, well, what if your host post, like, what if it's just not getting, like, love? Do you ever feel discouraged because you, like, let's just say today you sent out 10, not one got a comment. I'm sure that's happened to you before. So, like, what happens? What do you?
There's days where I send out 100 messages for someone to host a post and I can't even get one up. So, I mean, like, I have bad days. I remember when we were doing when I was in the boot camp with Katie, this was like 2 summers ago. I first joined and I got convinced by Ashley to join. She's like, just do it. You'll have fun. And I joined. And one of her tasks was get 30 host posts up today. I'm like, girl, I can't even get one up. And you want me to get 30 up? And I mean, like, you know what? You're going to have to take it. Some days are going to be great. Some days are going to be bad. I know my schedule though. I know on Saturdays I have a really rough time at it. I think I'm friends with partiers on my Facebook. And I don't know why, because I'm not a partier at all. But I feel like everyone is dormant on a Saturday. Now sit down on a Sunday, I'll get 6 customers easy on a Sunday because everyone is laying on their couch doing nothing and getting ready for the work week. So I know Saturdays are a rough day. So I go into Saturday saying I'm not going to bed without 3. I want my 5, but I'm not going to go to bed without 3. But on Sundays, I make up for whatever I didn't do on Saturday. So if I didn't get 5 up, I make up for it. I'll get what I have to do. So, I mean, like I was saying this the other day, I wanted to fill one of the 400 boxes. My goal was by this Wednesday. Well, that didn't happen because Facebook blew up and I couldn't get on Facebook on Wednesday, which I was really pissed about. But I finished it today. And I was like, you know what? I lost a day and that's just not my fault. But again, if I were to let Wednesday affect me on Friday, then where would that get me? Because guess what? I woke up yesterday. What did I wake up at, like 10 or 11 yesterday? And before I was even out of bed, teeth brushed, I signed a customer. Because I saw Facebook was back up and I started messaging and I got all the people on Wednesday that were supposed to order. I got them to order yesterday in the morning. It's not like, it's real. If you can't lay in bed on your phone, then there's something wrong. Because what's more comfortable than laying with your pillow with a fan blowing on you with your phone in your hand? It's just so easy. Yeah. There's nothing hard about this. Like, it's so easy.
I think that's so crucial, guys. It's easy. Like these things it's proven to work. People are doing it all the time. And so if you're sitting there and you're like, I haven't even gotten a customer in March yet, like y'all, you need to just ask more people. Get the host post up. It's proven to work. I know we've done so many Zooms and then people are like, I'm signing like 30, 40 loyal customers. You know, my friend, I was just talking to her last night and she signed 100 loyal customers off a host post last month. And I was like, dude, damn, like that's amazing. It's all in your mind about what are you willing to do to get to the next level? Like what are you wanting to do? If you really, truly want to get to the next level, you're going to have bad days. You're going to have good days. You're going to have great days. But you will never get to the great days if you stop on a bad day. And, you know, like Sarah said, there's always going to be days where you're like, I literally asked a million people today and everybody.
And no one said yes.
Yes.
Or the people that you write down, oh, they're going to definitely buy on Friday. And then they just leave you on red. Okay, so find someone else to buy. Because guess what? I had 6 people that were supposed to buy today. And guess what? Only one did. Yeah. Guess what? Before Katie even got on the Zoom, you saw me texting on my phone. I got 2 more post up before the Zoom even started in 5 minutes. So if you're just messaging, what was I gonna say? Last year at the boot camp, one of the ones we did over the summer, Katie made us all get an accountability partner. On my team, you must have a partner. You have to have someone that can hold you accountable for the entire month. You have to, because sometimes you get yourself off track and you need someone to just kind of push you back or tell you, look, like, you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing. What's going on? Is something going on in your life? So on my team, me and Jamie try to lead from the front on my team. So me and Jamie are partners, and then we try to help everyone else get a partner. And then we'll help everyone out, but we always tell people to rely on your partner before you come to us, because your partner probably knows the answer. So go to your partner first. And that's a big thing that I've seen really help my DTs, is that because they have other people to rely on, it's helping them to not come to me or Jamie every single time they have a question. They're relying on their partners now. And that's really, really helping.
That is really good. And I forgot to tell us earlier when you said that too, because you just said it again, but leading from the front, like that's important too. You guys, a lot of people will wonder like, well, why is nobody on my team doing anything? I want you guys to ask yourself, like, if my team did exactly what I did today, would we promote? And if the answer is no, then you can't get a little bit mad at your team for not enrolling customers, not enrolling distributors, because you didn't do it. If you didn't post, your team's not posting. If you didn't, ask anybody, your team's not asking anybody. And that's what you can expect your paycheck to look like. So doing that, and then also getting your accountability, I think that's genius. And even like, guys, we have a massive team. So you could go in, find an accountability partner, and that's amazing because me and Britt do kind of the same thing. Like we bounce ideas off each other. We're like, hey, what's going on with you? Are you okay? Like, things like that. And even being like, you guys become like good friends, best friends, and like know more about each other, help each other through things that happen in life so that you can get back up the next day and face everything head on and just take care of it and still build a massive business. So don't be afraid. Yeah, we totally should, Caitlin. I'll get that up right after the Zoom. So people can find people and kind of just talk a little bit about yourself. Like, this is what I got going on. This is kind of, not like, with, you don't have to go like personal, but like, I'm a red personality. I love, this, and this is my goal. Like, find people that you can relate to, do an interview. Like, I have accountability partners in VIP, and we did interviews, like literally. And I think that works so well because they're like, so are you going ambassador this month or what? Like, they don't care. They'll just say it how it is. And I think that's so, so amazing. So yes, we'll do that. Okay, Sarah. So give us like your top tip ever. Like, what is one thing that you would share that like change your business forever? Like, whatever you want to leave us with, tell us.
All right, hold on. I got to think, because I would just say to be consistent, because I noticed that in the past I would get like discouraged really easily. And I feel like ever since like I got a really strong team behind me, like I look at my team like a family. They're not just distributors for me. They're not just a downline. They're not just a body. They're not just a 400 box. Like, we all help each other. And for me to promote, they have to promote, and their TTs have to promote. So it's not just about, oh, well, Sarah's getting all the money and we do nothing. No, you guys will get there, but you guys need to get to Ruby before you get to Emerald, and you need to get to Emerald before you get to Diamond. Like, yes, you can skip from Ruby to Diamond, obviously, but like, you got to start somewhere and just build off of that. And I know like that's like really hard because especially my generation, we are like, we want it now, and this is how we want it. And I have been in this business, guys, for this June will be 2 years for me, and it took me till May of last year to go Emerald. So it took me 11 months to go Emerald, and I just hit Diamond last month. So it took me almost 2 years to get there. But I knew that when we had that $20 deal last summer, I signed a boatload of DTs, like a boatload. And I was like, you know what? Yes, I'm box diamond, but if I just use those people as 400 boxes, they're not going to get the training they need, and then I'm going to lose them and have to replace them all over again. So I literally took a solid like 3 to 6 months and just trained and trained and trained. And at the end of the day, it actually worked out for me, because last year, if you remember, if you were in the business last year, the diamond bonus was only $7,500. So I stayed patient, I stayed consistent, I trained the people I needed to the way they need to be, and then I got the $10,000 bonus. So I actually made $2,500 more than I would if I went diamond last year. So good things come to those who wait. So even if you're like, oh, I didn't go diamond this month, I was a couple orders short, guess what? If you know Mark, if you see his calls and you see his posts, he announces bonuses all year long. So don't get discouraged when the bonuses go away, because last year when I hit Emerald, he took the bonus away, the Emerald bonus away, for only May of last year. The only month he took it away was May. That was the month I went Emerald. In June he got it, he brought it back, and it was there until January. No, this past December. So I missed the Emerald bonus by 1 month, the $5,000 bonus last year. But you know what? I got a $10,000 bonus this year, so and I'm going for 15 now. So I have nothing to. I live by the saying that everything happens for a reason. And you know what? I don't care how I got here, but I did. And if you know me, I was teased and harassed and bullied in high school so bad. And to just be able to, like, I was so scared to even have my Facebook on public, that people from my past could see what I'm doing and be able to contact me or harass me. But you know what? I'm doing so well now. What are they going to say? How can you say anything bad about what I'm doing? Are you making $10,000 from sitting on your butt? Are you making $10,000 sitting in the sunshine all day long? No, you're sitting in an office all day long watching the sunshine. I'm actually living, doing whatever I want every day. I wake up every day, and you know what? If I don't want to leave my house, I put my feet up and don't leave the house. Today, I didn't want to leave the house. I'm not going to lie. I watched Jersey Shore all day long. I put a marathon off that, and I got 10 hosts to post up. And I am not ashamed whatsoever to say I did not get out of my pajamas until 5 o'clock this afternoon. I have no shame. Just some days we have those days, and I'm going to go out tomorrow and I'll enjoy the weather, but I'm going to have my phone right on me. And now that I have my Apple Watch, it's so much easier, because now I can see if it's like real messages that I really need to answer. But if you guys are consistent, the money will come right to you. If you're not consistent, you're going to watch that your business is going to just be like this. If you show up 100% every single day, hey, we all need a mental health day. If you take one day a month to just like only give in 50%, I get it. We all need it. But if you show up the rest of the time 100%, how could you go wrong? How can you seriously go wrong?
That's so good. I think this is crazy too, because I think being consistent, that's so important. And that's the thing that we preach the most, is like being consistent, even on your days that you feel like literally the worst, like just being consistent on social media. Let people know, like, be real with them and let them know you're not perfect, because a lot of times people just think like, oh, Katie's got it all together. And like, I just straight say like, today's been rough. I needed a day to myself. And it's fine to say that every once in a while. It's fine to do that, but you've got to stay consistent and get back up the next day and keep going and go, and you will make it. And being patient is so crucial, because guys, I was one of the people who got my 4th LC on my 30th day. And so at that time, did my enroller think I was going to be a presidential diamond? Probably not. And then the next month I enrolled like 2 DTs. It was Brady and one other girl, and maybe like 4 more LCs. And so like, I wasn't like running out the gate, like kicking ass ever, like nobody was like, wow, look out for Katie. They were just like, okay, she's a typical whatever. And then here we are later, taking off. So I think that's so important. It's just being patient with yourself, learn the business, but don't give yourself permission to slack. And don't take that as an excuse to be like, well, because the crazy thing is, Mark does stuff like this all the time. Like, we'll have bonuses and then we don't have bonuses, and then we have bonuses and then we don't. It's like, it literally is just like randomness all over, random promotions, random things going on. And you can take advantage of that at any point, but you've got to stay the course. You've got to stay consistent, and give yourself grace when things do happen, because life happens. But, you have to be willing to know the difference between I did my best and I half-assed it. And when you figure that out and you can really identify, because I was just talking to Lonnie today about this, and she said, like when people, especially people are like, where do I place somebody? We're talking about it. And they say, well, she's trying, but I'm like, well, trying how? Trying how? Because Sarah's over here enrolling 30 plus loyal customers in a month, and she's trying, right? But then there's trying where you're like posting once a day, expecting, 4 or 5, 15, whatever else needs to fall in your lap. If that's not trying. So, get real with yourself, get an accountability partner. I think it's a great idea. I'm gonna get a post up for you guys, so you guys can find somebody to hold you accountable. Be like, did you get your 10 hosts to post up today? And hold each other accountable, and you guys can finish the month strong. We got 15. Yeah.
We have 15, 16 days or something. This is a long month. March is 21 days. We have a lot of time left.
And tax returns, y'all. Everybody's got their tax return. So let's get them to blow their money here. Okay? Yeah. So don't be afraid to ask, guys, because they have the money right now. Now is the time to grow your team, get some customers, get your volume explosive so you have an amazing April check because summer is coming. And also, guys, don't forget that we are doing that the results challenge in our page. It's under the events tab. If you didn't see it today, make sure you get your pack so you can be a part of that. It's going to be explosive. The company's announcing details on Sunday. So get your before picture ready because this is going to be amazing for before and afters, you guys. It's going to be amazing for volume, big volume. And utilizing the host post. If you guys were on that Zoom the other night that was maxed out, utilizing that host post with your own results, like sending that to the potentials, it seals the deal for 100 plus volume orders consistently. So thank you so much, Sarah. You are amazing. I'm so proud of you. Seriously, I can't wait to actually go double this. I'm so excited for you.
Thank you.
You're